Okay, so I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, but it'll probably be a decently long video because I'm going to try to go as in depth as I can in case anybody has the same parts as me. But if you don't, just look at your parts and see in what way you can adjust them appropriately in the same ways as mine. Okay, so this is a 2003 Mark IV ALH TDI with 01M automatic. I have Godspeed adjustable lower control arms. I have Silver Automotive adjustable upper camber plates, and then that's pretty much it for the suspension and some max speeding coilovers. So if you remember previously working on this, I've had a lot of issues with axle binding. So the start of this whole process of fixing your axle bind is getting you a nice place where you can set your axle down and not have it roll all around on you. You want to get everything nice and perpendicular set up, and make sure it's at the middle of its travel, your inner CV joint. So your inner CV joint, let me see if I can, okay, yeah, here we go. It moves in and out, okay? So you want to make sure it's at the middle of its travel zone, right around there, and then make sure it's perpendicular. About there. And I already measured it, so it should be somewhere around 29. It might have moved to 16th or something. Take your tape measure, look it right there on the outside of that. And you want to make sure you stay as parallel with the axle. And then look right on that face. Once it squares up, so right about there. Looks like 29 3/4, maybe 29 13/16. So it looks like it moved down a little bit. That'd be 28 13/16. My apologies, I misread. So we'll take this, move it out the way. We know its roundabout measurement is somewhere between 28 3/4 and 29, so we're gonna go 28 7/8 just to be happy. So now the next measurement you're going to need to take, and I already, make sure you take this while your car is on the ground. I already know this measurement because I've done so much setup with this car, and I have a motorsports background. So while it's on the ground, you want to know your center, wheel center to fender height, and whatever that is while on flat ground, that's what you need to push this up to, the center of this. So let's say, I know mine's 13 3/4, so I need to get it about 13 3/4. So we need to move it up about maybe 3-4 inches. So we're gonna get a jack under this, move it up in here. There we go. Get your jack set up. Should give y'all a decent view. So you'll get your jack set up like this. You can see we've got the ball joint already lined up. So make sure it goes up in there nice. There we go. Okay, lower down. Yeah, there we go. We're all the way seated in the ball joint. Now we're gonna so maybe about right there. Let's take a measurement. You know, an inch and a half. About right there. Not that high. Probably about right there. Just do a little bit more. It looks a little off, I ain't gonna lie, but I think it's right. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I mean, the better you get, the closer it is, the more accurate you'll be with your setup. So now, see if I can set my phone up right there. Heck yeah. So now you're going to take your tape measure and you're going to run this tape through that. And you want it to touch the bottom rim of your CV joint inside of there, just like that. I don't know if you can see that too well. Okay, let me see if I can turn a flash. There we go. You see that? Okay, yeah, you can see that right there. So then we're gonna get that. I'm gonna put y'all right here, and you're gonna have to just trust me on this, and I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so set that up. Okay, that's pretty close. If we have any adjustment, which it looks like we don't, it could possibly come out this way a hair. But we're gonna leave it alone and go check the other side. So, okay, let me get back in here. What we did is we measured from the face back there that I showed you, the hub face, right to the face of this. It's 28 and like 5/8, a little bit less. So that will, that's a little tight. We need that to come out some. So that means we need the engine to go back. Okay, so it's right where it needs to be. As far as the engine goes, it can be taken down. I've just got to swing this side out. And the other side should be fine. I'm going to check it here in a second. But essentially, that's all you have to do. So, axle length. Put your ball joint in. You don't have to tighten it down. Just get it set up. Get it up to settled height on all fours. And then check your measurement from there to there. And as long as you're within I would say within an 1/8 to a quarter, you should be fine. Because most of these joints have like about 4 to 5 inches of flex. Let me see if I can get y'all a better shot of how these flex. So it goes from about there all the way to there. But you can hear this. It feels the strongest about right there, which is right where the center is. So, I mean, it has more than enough flex in it to go outside of there, but you just don't want to be running it all the way out there or all the way in here. You want to make sure you're within that like 1/2 inch range, 1/4 inch range, which I'm within 1/4, so it's probably acceptable, but I'm still going to pull it out just a hair. Because this is historically been known to ram this axle into there because this side has been short for some reason. So yeah, I'm gonna pull that side out just a hair. But I hope this helps somebody. Check all your measurements, check them twice, make sure you're right. But that should help. And then once you set all this up, you do have to get an alignment by a shop. I don't recommend trying it yourself. Good luck. Have fun.